The Sonichu medallion necklace has been causing quite a stir online recently to reach the level of creepypasta status. Rumors are swirling that wearers of the Sonichu are now succumbing to the curse that also took down the creator. Today we'll be diving into the paranormal mythology of this necklace, its victims, and a deep investigation to see if the Sonichu is in fact cursed. And some of the results are shocking. My name is Chris Boris, and I'm the world's first ghost behaviorist. I've come up with a groundbreaking ghost classification system that brings ghostly contact to a whole new level. So you were involved in that crash, correct? My mission is to get into a spirit psyche and diagnose the problems plaguing them.
He wants to kill somebody.
Post-traumatic stresses, coping disorders, I've seen it all. I'm here to counsel the dead and the homeowners they haunt. Now before we get into what this Sonichu medallion is, let's first talk about its creator, Chris Chan, who has been an online video maker for many years. He has had a pretty rough life dealing with the disability of autism, leaving him with struggles of finding love, getting a girlfriend, and growing an online fan base. All of these struggles, though, can unfortunately cause one to mentally and emotionally spiral down to the point where it lowers one's vibration to attract in unwanted dark forces and energies. Throughout the early 2000s, putting his disability on display for all to see attracted a huge amount of trolls that teased him, tormented him, and even tricked him and catfished him into doing embarrassing stunts on camera. These things would only cause more emotional spiraling, which can certainly open the door to even more dark forces entering into one's life. Not only did Chris have to deal with his own demons, but also the demons of everyone else attacking him that only sought pleasure from his downfall. Over the last decade, Chris Chan has succumbed to a downfall leading to weird acts, physical changes, gender changes, and then in 2021, his demons got the best of him when he admitted to sexually taking advantage of his mother who had dementia. He was then arrested and sent to jail for his crime. So how does the Sonichu necklace now play into all this? Well, before making internet videos, Chris Chan created a character called Sonichu. This is the result of character mashing Pikachu with Sonic the Hedgehog together into one character. He loved his creation so much that he made a necklace of Sonichu that he could wear around his neck during videos. In 2014, Chris Chan started creating a limited number of Sonichu necklaces that he could sell to the public. Since these necklaces were made by his hands, one can't help but wonder if each of these medallions were somehow imbued with all the dark demons surrounding him at the time and encased into each Sonichu necklace. After all, we do find in Judaic mysticism that they believe that any energy put into an item made by you will be stored into that item. So could these Sonichu medallions actually be cursed by the very demons that haunted Chris Chan? Well, let's look at the evidence here. 2015, YouTuber iDubbbz was gifted with a Sonichu medallion which he unboxed and proceeded to put around his neck. Shortly thereafter, he suffered a series of weird circumstances and even caused him to almost lose 1 million subscribers at one point. October 2023, lawyer Nick Rekieta received a package from an unknown sender. A Sonichu medallion was inside that he also put around his neck. 7 short months later, Nick began to show signs of odd health issues and behavior patterns. He was losing weight, falling asleep during live streams, turned to drinking and drugs, and was finally arrested that May. June 2024, Dick Masterson showcased a Sonichu necklace on his program, and mere hours after unveiling it to the world, the hosts almost got into a car wreck. July 2024, Ethan Ralph held up a Sonichu medallion which could have caused a Category 5 hurricane to spring up and head towards the exact location where he lives, and the news keeps calling it unprecedented. Alright, so that last one might be a little far-fetched, but you can't dismiss the sheer oddity that is following the owners of these medallions. Especially when it comes to Nick Rekieta, because it was only late last year when he looked like a pretty healthy guy. Now he looks like a totally different person. Demonic beings are very capable of attacking in a way that sucks the life force from a person little by little over time. They're also able to influence a person to turn to vices like alcohol, which impairs the brain, making their influence and hold on their victim even stronger. And if you ask me, it looks like that's exactly what might be going on in this case. As for the Sonichu medallion itself, are they actually carrying a curse? Can the demons that brought down Chris Chan also be affecting and feeding off the new owners of these necklaces so that their lives are also falling apart? So today, I'm at this secure location where I have a Sonichu necklace in hand. I'm gonna find out if it's cursed, if it's haunted, through my methods. As you can see, I have set the stage to put the Sonichu necklace inside this secure case, and we're going to test this out to see if it's haunted or cursed or what have you. So here we have a Sonichu necklace that a fan sent to me. He ended up getting one back in 2014, back when Chris Chan first started making these, and I think that is key, because the earlier ones are probably more potent with if he has dark entities that are attaching themselves to these things. So I want to open this very carefully, and I want to treat this as a real cursed object. I want to take all the precautions I can with something like this. So all right, here it is. Sonichu necklace. It is in this case. Oof. And as you can see, it's a little broken. And like I said, I want to treat this like an actual cursed item. I don't want to actually touch it. As you can see, it's a little broken. I don't know if they happen in shipping or if it's because it's so hot. It's very hot out here today. So there we have it, the Sonichu necklace. And I'm going to put it in this box here. Now this thing does come with a certificate of authenticity. As you can see, it says 2014. It's one of the first ones that he ever made, and it's number 104 out of 200. So as you can see here, I have a variety of tools that I want to test out on this medallion. Hopefully we'll get something. That's what I can't wait to see. All right, so for the first test, I have some EDI meters. These register any kind of electromagnetic spiking that a spirit will do if it's in an area. I want to strongly advise anyone from doing what I'm about to do, because I'm going to try interacting with the demons that are attached to Chris Chan through this necklace. And if you don't know how to purify yourself from things like this, attachments like that, this could be a dangerous situation. Alrighty, so this necklace I know is kind of connected with Chris Chan, and I know he's got some demons. I'm going to use this necklace as a gateway to Chris Chan to interact with these dark entities that are hovering around Chris Chan. I want you to spike one of these meters if you are here now. Any kind of reading. You want a platform? This is your platform. You got a lot of people watching you. You want to make yourselves known? Let's do it. Spike one of those meters. Let's have a conversation. Do you have anything to say for yourselves? Did you have anything to do with Nick Rekieta? Did you have anything to do with iDubbbz? If you're hanging around that necklace, spike one of those meters now. I command you. All right, so next up I want to use a little device called an obelisk. Now this is what I call a voice box for the dead, because what it does, it takes energy in an area and associates words to them. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a spirit, it can just be energy in an area. So if the energy coming off this medallion is bad, then this thing will pick it up. All right, so I'm gonna put this in dictionary mode and see what words we can get to spit out on this device. Listen, I wanna ask you, are you hovering around this medallion? Ooh. Watch across? Are you telling us to watch you? Are you going to do something? What do you mean by watch? Watch what? I want to address the dark entities through this medallion. Are you doing anything to other possessors of these medallions like Nick Rekieta? Do you have anything to say about that? What do you want with the possessors of this medallion?
Now pay close attention, because at this point I started pressing buttons trying to get back to the main screen, and I ended up getting more words on the device.
I'm not... Oh, come on. It said pendant? Yeah, that's a pendant, all right. Watch, am not, pendant. Do you mean you're not in this pendant? All right, I want to take a second here because that is just amazing. It said pendant to my question, and it's saying it's not a pendant. Yes, we know you're not a pendant. You are an entity. You are... What are you? Are you a dark entity? What are you? That's cool. I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen pendant pop up on that before. So yeah, it is a pendant. Do you want people's souls? Is this why you're doing what you're doing?
Now, after asking this particular question, I started getting some weird interference with my microphone.
Are you doing the attacks on these people?
Now listen as the interference increases right before I get more words on my device.
Are you going to attack someone else that has a pendant? Whoa. So I went to grab this thing and said, no, shaken. Lisa, is there a Lisa attached to these things? Is there a Lisa around Nick Rekieta, maybe? Now, sometimes these things spit out what I call obelisk babble, if it's calibrating to an area, but I don't know if that's what we're dealing with here. I'm curious, who is this Lisa? Can you tell me some more?
Now, if you're listening carefully, then you probably heard this strange sound after I asked my question.
I'm curious, who is this Lisa? Can you tell me some more?
Could this be a dark force answering me?
Alright, so I think that's all that's going to give us. I can't get anything else from this device. I'm not sure who Lisa is, but if I was a Sonichu owner who was named Lisa, I would be worried right now.
Now, I ended up doing a few more tests on this thing, which turned up negative. So I decided to call it a day, since I was dealing with a lot of audio issues.
Now, since this thing is cursed, one of the things I want to do is I put it in a case like they did with the Annabelle doll, and in the same manner, I'm going to be blessing this. So if there's any attachments, it will not get out and seep out and wreak havoc on, well, maybe my home life. I've got myself some sacred blessed salt. I want to make sure. And I also have some holy water. I'll pray to Saint Michael. This thing gets bound.
My experimentation on the Sonichu is not yet finished, and one day I'll do a return engagement to see if I can get any more evidence to support the claims that this item is cursed.